Good morning. It's first day of school pictures day.
Okay. Now, let's do it.
Well, the kids are off to the first day of school today, so that's good. We have a 4th grader, a 3rd grader, and a preschooler, 4-year-old preschool. So, Cater should be coming to get his stuff picked up from this morning, and then the tables and chairs and tent company should be here sometime today to do that, get their stuff as well. We got to handle some trash this morning and just finish the last minute cleanup, but there's really not much for me to do, so we'll get back to work at the farm here this morning. All right, well, we're doing some work in the shop here, and by we, I mean him, but getting some tires mounted up for that sunflower chisel plow, had rims painted and stuff, and gotta get some air put in them, so working on that. All right, so we're working on tires here. Nobody has pointed it out, but we've new person in a lot of the videos in the background that you haven't seen yet. Can you say hi? This is my cousin Nick. Nick's my oldest cousin, and he has started working for us here. So, started the 1st of August. Has lots of years of landscaping. Too many years of landscaping experience, and now he's going to start farming. So, you'll see him in and around videos occasionally, and yeah. There you go. Lead blasting. Oh, gonna go. Oh. Second try, got it on the second try. Those 2 tires were used. This one is new. That one's gonna be a challenge. Let's see if we can get it. All right, so here's our sunflower chisel plow. We'll talk more about this in a little bit, but we gotta get these tires back on. It's just kind of sitting on the ground right now, and so I gotta play with hydraulics to get the axle hubs at the right height to be able to get the wheels on there. So. See what they need. What do you need? Well, it's rolling. Looks good. So Andrew repacked the hubs, and obviously we put new tires and changed rims. That should be good. He's got a little greasing to do yet. We're going to change a couple of the shovels. This is going to go to Berkey. We're going to leave it down there. So this sunflower here, when we bought it in 2004, 5, somewhere in there. It was for our 9300. When we bought the 9300, we bought this. It is a 15 shank chisel plow. It's a very large one. We had always had 9 shanks before this, so it was quite a bit bigger and faster. The problem was it was a little too big. We couldn't really pull it very well. With the 9300, it was slow going. We pulled it as a 15 for a while, and then eventually we took 2 of the shanks off and just ran it as a 13 shank, and that worked much better. And then when we bought the 9R, the 510, we were like, hey, we got more horsepower. Let's put those shanks back on. So we did, and we pulled it as a 15 shank with the 9R for a few years until we got the 2730. The 2730 is a much different tool. It's a much bigger tool. It's a much faster tool. It does a lot more. It does a better job. Can use it in more situations, corn stalks and other stuff that this just doesn't do that great a job in. So we hadn't used this much for a couple of years. Dad likes it for going through like where we're digging tree roots up, or where he's clearing woods and stuff and leveling ground off. So we've used it sparingly for that kind of stuff. But a couple years ago we took the wing extension off here, not really a wing, just an extension. And we took another shank off, so now it is an 11 shank instead of a 15. And now we can pull it with our smaller tractors. Our 8R, our 8430 can both pull this. So the plan here is to take it to Berkey, leave it down there with one of those tractors, and do all of our primary fall tillage down there. A couple hundred acres a year, 200-300 acres a year. And it should work just fine for that. So that's why we're getting it ready to go. We're going to hook the disc ripper up, so I need the 9R, so I need to move the 8RX out of the way here. It's so much nicer starting up equipment that's been sitting for a long time in the summer than it is in the winter. Batteries aren't dead, just start. Just fire right up. It's great. Got a pile of 2x4s there that's in the way, so Nick's gonna move those, and then we'll get this disc ripper out, and then we can get our spreader out. I have a question, YouTube. I have a question. Go back about 8-10 months ago when we were done with fall tillage, cleaned up our disc ripper, put it away in the barn for the year, and we parked it here. Parked it right here, right behind me. Double check, but I am quite confident we didn't leave those tires hanging clear up in the air like that, sitting on the jack stands in the back. I know we put the jack stands down. I may have even lowered the implement to sitting on the jack stands, but with the tires still on the ground. How, with no hydraulic intervention over the last 10 months, 8, whatever it's been, did those tires raise up off of the ground? How is that possible? I don't get it. All right, we got her hooked up in the hydraulics and the electronics, so we'll start the tractor back up. I should be able to lift up the tires. Might have to let the computer connect and give it a minute. Is there a valve? Yeah. Hey, Xander, there's a hydraulic valve right in the front there. That, open it. Why do we have that? Stop code for hydraulic or transmission oil. We're not even moving, so just let me lift it up. Is there another valve somewhere? What am I missing? Something. Hose popped out on the tractor. We'll get it. All right. Yeah, just had a hose popped out. So we need to check tires and go through this and grease everything. We almost kind of sort of need to replace blades, it looks like. I don't know if we're going to do that, but we should do some measuring and see if that's really necessary. We got to figure out what's going on with this transmission oil filter. The first thing to do is change the filter. Try that and see if it works, but I wonder if we got a sensor going bad. Yeah, see, I think it's that one. And that filter looks brand new. Okay, I might have to talk to my dealer. I'm gonna put the 8R on the fertilizer spreader, but I want to put our quick hitch back on before we do that. We had it off pulling the anhydrous applicator, and we need the forklift, so we're getting that. Okay, well, there's our spreader. Good deal. We need to check tires in this and go through it, make sure it's all good to go. Put some gypsum in it and go spread. I doubt we'll get there today, but you never know. I also need the GPS equipment out of the what is it in? 8430. Where's the other one at? It's not in the combine. Where is it? I don't know. Oh, it's in the sprayer. Do I want the one out of the sprayer or the one out of the 8430? Probably the 8430. Well, we could take the one out of the sprayer. Don't have much spraying left to do, so that's not a bad idea. Alright, I got on the parts website and looked up the sensor for that tractor, the transmission oil filter pressure differential sensor. We're going to start with changing that and changing the filter and see if that fixes it. If not, then we may have to get a dealer involved, but that's a good start. So Dad's been working on getting boards ready for the last, couple weeks here. Him and Nick have been working on that a lot. He wants to keep working on just putting walls up inside our fertilizer barn back here like he did last year with those tongue and groove boards. And so that's part of the reason we're getting this equipment out of here, so we can clear that up and get a little space and be able to work in there. We've got this half a bunk of 2x4s left that he used to stud in the walls to be able to attach that stuff to later. And so I think he's going to have Nick start working on that. Keep working our way around here. But we need a scissor lift, so I'm going to go get it. Easiest way to move a scissor lift? Forklift. I could put it on a trailer. Or I can drive the forklift down here and pick it up and carry it back to the farm. That's faster. Just like that. They have forklift pockets for a reason. I'm gonna go a little slow so we're not bouncing too much on the stones and everything, but it should ride just fine. Our truck is finally here to take our kegs back, so I'm glad they did not try and come yesterday. They just sent me an email on Monday and said it'll be there Wednesday. Okay. But yeah, we'll get that taken care of. Look at that. Got our sensor and our filter for the tractor. Ordered at 11 o'clock. It's like 1 now and it's here. That's so cool. It's nice having that part shed in the driveway. All right, we're gonna go change these and see if our tractor's still yelling at us. All right, here is our sensor that we need to change. If I can get my wrench in there the right way to pull that out. We're gonna start with that and start it up and run it because if that fixes it, then I probably don't actually need to change the filter. I almost think that filter looks like it was changed this spring. We've probably been having this problem. And so either there's something mechanically wrong or the sensor is bad. And the sensor was $100 and I can change it pretty easily. So we're gonna start there. They have updated the part number on it, which means they've probably had some problems. So it seems reasonable. Get the new one. Okay, should have put my pail underneath that filter. You guys can't see anything. All right, tighten it up. Nothing obviously wrong here, but never know. We'll try that. I was able to move it around a little bit, back it back in here, and we have no stop codes yet. So I couldn't have done that earlier. It would have thrown a code before I got to this point. So I'm gonna assume that that sensor was our problem, and we'll go from there. We'll see if it comes back. But I unfolded it. We're gonna look at this thing over a little bit more, see what all needs to be done to it. We put new closing discs on last year. The ripper points look almost brand new, so I don't think they need anything done with them. The rolling basket in the back, the knife edge rolling basket, is in terrible shape, but I don't think we're going to do anything about it. The disc blades, however, I think are quite worn, and we probably need to look at replacing those. So I'm going to get out and look around a little bit more, get a tape measure. I already got a tape measure, so they're pretty worn. I gotta see what all parts we need to get, and whether we're gonna do just the fronts and the backs. Probably just the fronts, but we'll see. Sure looks like it's under 20, about 19 and a half. I wonder if that one is a smaller one that's tapered down. That one's a little bigger. 21-ish. Hard to tell unless you actually take it apart. I don't really want to do that. I'm thinking that the outside one there and the outside two here are smaller. They start 2 inches smaller. But I'm pretty sure that the main discs start at 26. And what I noticed was this one. It's all tore up. And this one's got some wave to it. It's probably 21 and a half. May have a little bit of life left in it, but if you look at our scrapers, they're hanging off the edge, and they're pretty worn. So I'm thinking we should put new blades on the front. Now the backs don't look near as bad. I mean, that's almost 24. So I think the back gang is probably okay. It's going to see a lot less wear just because the dirt is already loose. That's 24. So what I'm thinking is we're going to replace the front gang. Where's the split here? 21 3/4. I mean, they start at 26 new, so to be worn down to that is quite a bit. 20. I think that one starts at 24. Most of them 26, and this is a 24, and this is a 22. Like I said, we're going to leave the backs. So what we'll probably end up doing here is, yeah, we'll just replace the front. I'll get two 24s, and then the rest will be 26s. Those blades are expensive. Like I said, ripper points are almost brand new. We run 360 bullet points, and they still have some of the logo on them, so those are really good shape. We put new closing discs on last year. However, we had one that fell apart on us here, so we got to fix that. The whole arm is missing. It's in the back patio of the office or porch there, so we got to get that one back on. But the blades themselves should be good. These rolling baskets have significant wear here, but they're like, I don't know, 12 grand to replace the rolling baskets. I think we'll just run them. We'll just run them until they fall apart. So that's where we're at with the disc ripper. Got my GPS equipment moved around, put on this 8R so we can run the spreader. There was a software update, so we're running that. We've got to make some work plan files and send that information to the display so that everything's updated and ready to go and easy. And then, yeah, we still got to check the spreader out. I want to get it in the shop just so we can check the tires. We cleaned it up really good, sprayed it down with fluid film before we put it away, so it really shouldn't need much. But we got to run everything, just, you know, pre-season checks. Taking some inventory of what we've got for disc ripper parts. Here's that closing wheel arm and the two closing wheel discs that we've got to put back on. Well, the chances those still turn. One of them does. Oh yeah, that one turned too. That's okay. We've got some shins. We've got a couple of scrapers. We might need some more of those. Looks like we've got a bearing, some bolts, a bearing hanger, a few of those. So we've got a few parts. We've got these bearings here that we took off of a different thing that I think work. I think those are the same as what go in the disc gang. So if we replace the blades, we'll probably put new bearings in, and or at least those, which are slightly used. Should be fine. So I think we're okay, at least until we tear stuff apart and figure out exactly what we need. I did get some disc blades ordered. They're 26 inches new diameter, and they're down to like 21 and a half, so they've got a fair bit of wear on them. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how it goes changing those. They're pretty small gangs, so I don't think it'll be too hard. We'll get it in the shop here sometime next week and work on that. We might need new scrapers on all of those. We'll see. Shouldn't be too hard, shouldn't be too much. I need to go out here and check and see if all the closing discs turn. We have all kinds of trouble with those bearings on the hubs on the closing disc wheels, and so we'll see if I need to get some of those around or not. Ooh. Oh, there it goes. Well, some of them are a little tight at first. Ooh, maybe that one. Yeah, that one's stuck. I was going to say, the fertilizer barn's paying for itself already. A bunch of them were loose. Now we got a couple that are stuck. Sometimes we can break them loose and get them to go. Yeah, that one ain't going. Yeah, we'll replace that one. The whole side over here is bad. All right. Sometimes we can get a vice grip on them and get them broke loose, and then they're okay. But 1, 2, 3, 4. The last 4 are all a little tight. All right, still working on the pit and green system stuff, but got all the heavy stuff done, so he's just tightening bolts and filling in gaps, I guess. I got the spreader put in the shop, didn't do anything with it there, but we'll work on that tomorrow. The tent guy came, got the tents and tables and chairs, so that's good. Caterer never came back to get their stuff, but that's okay. I got flag football practice again tonight, time to go to that, so I'm gonna get out of here, but we had a productive day. Tomorrow, maybe we'll get our spreader ready and try some spreading. I don't know, we'll see. I think the ground's dry enough now we can get across it okay. Basically, all of the wheat stubble that's not planted to double crop beans, the gypsum can get spread anytime. So we're gonna try and get that done sooner rather than later. Dad and I have been talking and trying to figure out how we're going to handle wheat stubble here moving forward. Spraying, tillage, what the plan is, what the timing is, all that kind of stuff. So we're working on that. But anyway, thanks for watching today. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Make sure you're subscribed. We're going to go find out how the first day of school was for the boys. Make sure that they are dressed and we're ready to go run around and play some flag football. See you tomorrow.